King Dasharatha sat upon his magnificent throne, surrounded by ministers, sages, and royal guards, as he made the long-awaited announcement that Rama would be crowned the next king of Ayodhya. His voice echoed through the grand hall, filling every corner with authority and pride. The court erupted into celebration, with cheers, music, and joyous applause. Rama stood before his father with humility, his blue skin glowing softly under the golden palace lights. His expression remained calm and composed, showing neither pride nor excitement, but a deep sense of responsibility. Queen Kausalya watched from the side, her eyes filled with tears of joy and pride. The royal priests began discussing preparations for the coronation rituals. Servants rushed through the palace corridors, carrying flowers, fabrics, and decorations. The atmosphere became electric with anticipation. In that moment, Ayodhya believed a golden age was about to begin. The city of Ayodhya transformed into a vibrant ocean of celebration as the news spread among its people. Streets were adorned with marigold garlands, colorful banners, and rows of glowing oil lamps. Citizens gathered in large groups, dancing and singing songs in praise of Rama. Children laughed and ran through the decorated streets, watching grand processions pass by. The markets were filled with sweets, perfumes, and fine fabrics, creating a rich sensory experience. Musicians played traditional instruments, filling the air with joyful melodies. Rama walked quietly among the people, observing their happiness with a gentle smile. Despite the grand celebration, he remained grounded and humble. People bowed as he passed, seeing him not just as a prince, but as a symbol of righteousness. The entire city pulsed with unity, joy, and hope for the future. While the kingdom celebrated, Queen Kaikeyi sat alone in her chamber, surrounded by dim light and silence. The joyful sounds from outside felt distant and muted. Her thoughts began to wander toward her son Bharat, who was away from the palace. A quiet doubt entered her mind, slowly growing stronger. She wondered what would happen to Bharat once Rama became king. The happiness of the moment began to fade into concern. Shadows danced across the walls as her thoughts deepened. Her heart became restless, torn between love and fear. The seed of insecurity grew silently within her. She began to question the fairness of the situation. In that quiet chamber, the first crack in Ayodhya's joy appeared. As her thoughts deepened, Kaikeyi remembered a moment from the past when she had saved King Dasharatha during a fierce battle. The memory appeared vividly in her mind, filled with chaos, courage, and gratitude. In that moment, the king had promised her 2 wishes as a reward for her bravery. Those promises had remained unused, forgotten in time. But now, they returned with powerful significance. Kaikeyi realized that those boons held the power to change destiny itself. Her expression slowly shifted from uncertainty to determination. The silence in her chamber grew heavier. Outside, the celebrations continued, unaware of the turning tide. A decision began to form that would alter the course of history. King Dasharatha entered Kaikeyi's chamber with warmth and affection, expecting to share joyful news. However, he was surprised to find her lying silently, her expression serious and distant. Concern replaced his happiness as he approached her gently. He asked what troubled her, promising to resolve any problem. Kaikeyi reminded him of the 2 boons he had once granted her. Without hesitation, the king agreed to fulfill them, bound by honor and love. He spoke confidently, unaware of the consequences. Kaikeyi slowly rose, her face calm but firm. The atmosphere in the room shifted from warmth to tension. Destiny stood at the edge of revelation. Kaikeyi spoke her first wish clearly and without hesitation, demanding that Bharata be crowned king instead of Rama. The words struck the king like a sudden storm. His expression froze in disbelief as he struggled to understand her request. The joy that once filled his heart vanished instantly. He questioned her reasoning, hoping she would change her mind. The sounds of celebration outside felt distant and hollow. His voice trembled with confusion and pain. Yet Kaikeyi remained unmoved, her resolve unshaken. The first demand had been made. The future of the kingdom began to shift. Without pause, Kaikeyi revealed her second wish, demanding that Rama be exiled to the forest for 14 years. The king collapsed in grief as the weight of her words crushed him. His heart shattered under the burden of his promise. He pleaded desperately, his voice filled with sorrow. Tears streamed down his face as he begged her to reconsider. But Kaikeyi stood firm, unwavering in her demand. The room felt suffocating with tension and despair. Duty chained the king to his word. Silence followed, heavy and inescapable. A tragedy had been set into motion. Dasharatha sat in deep sorrow, overwhelmed by grief and helplessness. His love for Rama clashed painfully with his duty as a king. He felt trapped by the promise he could not break. The once joyful palace now felt cold and empty. His strength faded as tears filled his eyes. He remembered Rama's kindness and devotion. The weight of his decision crushed his spirit. He wished for escape, but none existed. The king who ruled a great kingdom now felt powerless. His heart was completely broken. Rama entered the chamber with his usual calm presence, unaware of the storm within. Seeing his father's condition, he immediately sensed something was wrong. Kaikeyi explained everything clearly and without emotion. Rama listened silently, his expression steady and peaceful. Not a trace of anger appeared on his face. He accepted the exile as his duty without hesitation. His strength came from his deep sense of righteousness. He comforted his father with gentle words. His calmness brought a strange peace to the tense room. In that moment, Rama's true greatness shone. When Rama prepared to leave, Sita stepped forward with unwavering determination, refusing to be left behind. She declared that her place was beside her husband, no matter the hardship. Her voice carried both strength and devotion. Lakshmana also stepped forward, his loyalty fierce and unquestionable. He vowed to protect Rama and Sita through every danger. Rama tried to persuade them to remain in the safety of the palace. But their resolve could not be shaken. Their bond grew stronger in that moment of decision. Together, they chose a path of sacrifice and unity. Their love and loyalty became their greatest strength. The news of Rama's exile spread across Ayodhya, turning joy into sorrow. Citizens gathered in the streets, weeping openly. The decorations of celebration now felt meaningless. Rama walked calmly through the crowd, offering quiet reassurance. Sita and Lakshmana stood beside him with unwavering strength. The palace stood silent in the background. The king remained lost in grief. The people watched helplessly as their beloved prince departed. The moment felt heavy with emotion. The journey had truly begun. Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana stepped beyond the borders of Ayodhya and into the vast forest. The sounds of the city faded behind them. Tall trees and dense greenery surrounded their path. Sunlight filtered through the leaves in soft golden rays. The forest felt both peaceful and mysterious. Rama led with calm strength and quiet confidence. Sita walked with courage despite the unknown. Lakshmana remained alert and protective. The path ahead was uncertain, yet their resolve was unbreakable. A new chapter of destiny had begun. The journey begins.